We are in Paris for Animation Week, and I got to meet Phax. Phax is a legend, an OG, and a big inspiration to a lot of animators, poppers. The first video I saw was like Just a Boo Showcase.
Yes.
And the slow motion. And I would like to ask, well, where are you from and how did you start?
I was born in Madagascar. I came to Paris when I was 3.5, and I started to discover places, people, squares, people doing mime in the street, people training in the street, and I got really inspired. And there was no schools, no rooms to practice, so I started to practice in the street. And I started to challenge the mimes in the street. I was a kid. I was 4, 5, 6 years old. And then I started to grow and I started to practice in the street. So I would spend days and hours out, even nights practicing. And I was discovering the city to present it to my friends visiting. And I discovered myself, all the city, and start to use this knowledge to share.
Yes.
And while I was practicing, some people would pay me. And I was like, wow. I was shocked. So I accepted,
Yes.
And then after they would invite me to parties and make me dance and give me money. And I just, okay, I accepted. And I was like, but I was not ready. So I was telling them, sometimes I didn't even accept the money. I was just searching and finding my way of expressing and mixing mime and street dance. And so I just kept on. And when I was 12, I started to travel all around France alone with a bag, no money. Wow. And I would try to make money to be able to come back home.
Wow, what a challenge.
So always challenge yourself.
Wow.
And then I would start when I was 16 to pass the border, and I started to discover all Europe. And I started to get connection in Holland, in Belgium, in Germany, Sweden, Norway, Denmark.
Wow.
And I started to discover other stages, other places. And while I was traveling, I would do street shows to pay my food. And maybe, wow, it's a nice place. And I would buy a camera and I would take pictures. It was like one street show, one camera.
Wow.
400 euros, boom, bam, and gone. So I had an apartment in Paris when I was 15, and then I had a second one when I was 18. I was sharing with other friends. So I had like a life with 7 places where I was living all through Europe. So, and then I met Scandinavia. It was incredible. The nature was peaceful. The people were easy because they were listening and they were exchanging. They were curious and they were open to new ways of working. So I started to meet people there and to change the way of working with dance. Start to bring it to schools and to create a connection with the small kids, to teach them to talk with adults. And then they catch me and they bring me into theater. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not an actor. And they were like, yeah, but you don't need, but I say, I don't know how to speak on stage. Just say, just speak like you speak. And remember just to speak like you're speaking to somebody far away and over. So I started to use Swedish, English, French, and do theater plays. So I brought also this knowledge, this connection. But for me, it's always the human connection, really creating, even in the street, just the start of the show, just connecting with somebody. All the people see it and they go like, oh, and they stop and they get caught into it and they breathe with me, they live with me. And I'm like, oh, thank you because they are the one who bring me to that dancing.
Wow, that is beautiful. The human connection experience and your journey into, you seem open to see where will life lead you. And you were open and life gave you. You gave life and life gave you back. Well, I would like to ask, why slow motion?
Okay, in the beginning we were dancing. There was a lot of energy and when you're young you have a lot of adrenaline. So it goes crazy and everybody wants to go faster and faster. And then suddenly I just stopped and looked and I say, no. When I'm going faster, people are challenged. They get excited and they look, but the focus dies fast.
Yes.
So I was like, no, I'm going to take the chance to go the other way. So I started to pull down, breathe, bring the people with me and get time. Because that's what we miss most in the society today. We try to go faster, jump higher, be stronger, more competitive. But the competition is to be more now.
Be now.
And being slow forces you to be more now. You can realize where you are at the moment. Future is interesting, but if you're not now, you're not getting really to the future you want. Past is very interesting because from where you go from where you come and where you go. There's a connection. But if you don't live now, you cannot connect with what you had.
Right.
So it's really being in the moment, using the power of your past, creating the future. It's just every day, everything we do is now.
It's now.
We can change direction now. We can make a mistake and fall now.
Now.
And then we have to go up now. And go.
Wow. Your philosophy, your way of life, I could see it through your movement now, like the way you talk. And I feel even there's a calmness. Like, I feel this calm energy just talking with you right now. And it's unreal. it's this unrealness. What would you tell someone that wants to be creative, someone that wants to be different, and they don't know how to be creative, they don't know how to be different? What
I would say is, curious means listening. When you're able to listen, you listen to yourself. Then you find yourself. Then it's easy to please you and to find your way. And also listen to other people, because they're only mirrors. So you see their traveling, their experience, it's also your experience.
It's a mirror.
Exactly. So when they do something, try to feel how they feel when they're in it. Because then when you do something, you can feel what you do and where you're going. Being curious to yourself is being able to be curious to the other one. Being respectful to yourself is where the respect for the other one is starting. So it's really about the image. When you open and you start to shine and to exchange, you are growing and they're growing. So you put the cards together and then you can play. Because if you don't put the cards together, everybody keep his cards. How do you play a game?
You can't. You can't play.
So this is the way to do it. Listen. We have 2 ears, 1 mouth. Let's listen two times more than what we talk.
Oh my goodness. Listen 2 times more than speaking. Wow. It's just, is there a memory through your journey with art, with movement, that is very strong memory? Maybe a memory that influenced or was a very pivotal moment in your life.
Memories. I mean, there is crazy many memories. But the good thing about memories, they also bring often the same thing. It's about sharing. When you share, that's when happens things. When one day I just decided to go to Africa, because in Europe we have so much possibilities, and we have economy, we have studies, we have schools, we have families, we have neighborhoods, we have cities, we have all a defense system. Like the body has a defense system.
Yes.
But I just say, I'm 19. I want to be a human, being able to survive. Then I survived in Europe, but I know the system. So I took my bag, 20 euros, and I went to Morocco. And I said, I will survive 3 months there, alone, selling shows. And there is no way you sell shows there, but you can do it. And I did it with 4 friends. So we had to survive 4 people together with a show. 3 roller skate dancers and me. And we were traveling. We did all Morocco for 3 months. And we were in hotels, on the beach, on places, holiday places. And we slept in discotheques. We met DJs from the States who were touring there. We met the people around. We were in the ghettos. We shared everything. And we survived and we made money. And at the end, I had to go back to university. So I left the money that I earned to the other guys so they can survive and come back to France. And I just paid my ticket with the bus and go back home. And I felt good because I had to use Arabic. I had to learn and to play like I'm from the area. Wow. And okay, I look a little bit, so I'm lucky. But I had to speak and to sound like I'm from here. Wow. Now.
Wow.
Just to take a cab, just to eat, to buy food.
Yes.
Just to be regular.
Yes.
And also survive and make my money and trips and travel all around the country.
Yes.
3 months, I made 6 cities.
It's,
And I was not in my continent. I was in my original continent.
it's still
but
un-
it's another place.
right.
And it's
Wow.
more poor and they don't have so much.
Yes.
And they help me survive. So this is a moment in my life where I realize the power of being, listening to the other one. Listen to them, how they speak, how they breathe when they speak. So you can breathe like them, speak like them, sound like them, because we're all human.
We're all the same.
Yes.
Connected, the same. Oh my goodness. My last question I would like to ask you is, if the world was listening to you right now, if right now you had the attention of the world, what would you like to tell the world?
I would tell the world, you know, there is something that we don't really take as a first value, but the first value is humanity, respect, and by respecting ourselves and remembering we're part of nature, that's how we came on this planet. I mean, we were born in the stomach. It's a dark place. We are secure. We get the blood of our own mother. So imagine even the vegetables have the same. They are down in the dark, in the earth, getting the blood of all the things that have been alive before and that are there to make air in the earth. And they get their food and they grow and then they become food for others.
Right.
So respecting the planet, respecting ourselves, respecting other humans, it's the way to heal and to be able to be so many on this planet and to continue the story of the humanity that we've been part of.
Yes.
This humanity is part of nature, is part of the mountains, the stones, the water. We are made of the same. Our tears are exactly the same as the sea.
Right.
So just the respect will help us heal and heal the planet.
Wow.
So if I had something to say, let's try to do it and start now.
Now.
Like we say always, it's now. Live in the moment. So in the moment, we can change everything.
Right now.
Right now.
Just be now. Just be now watching. I
Now.
hope you are now, right now. Thank you, Phax, so much for this. Like it's a pleasure.
It's my pleasure.
It's a pleasure to find time to be here and to hear your
I
thoughts.
hope we can meet again.
Yes.
And this is a moment that is incredible because when I was a kid, I was dreaming of this.
Wow.
And I'm so happy that Blondie did make everything for this week to be able to happen.
Yes.
And if we could do this every week,
Yes.
that would be also a healing.
Wow. That would be so, bringing everyone together from different countries and to share, and everyone seems to be connecting and sharing, and even the contest. It's a contest, but it's
The
still,
competition is
right.
also sharing. You know, dancing is sharing. You open your feeling and you let the music and you become a medium through your own feelings to what happens.
Yes.
And the music expressed through you.
Yes.
So this is sharing.
Yes.
Very simple. And if you can do that, we can change the dance and make it even more interesting, more diverse, and the house of all of us.
Yes.
All the kids who start, they won't feel like, oh, I cannot do this dance. It's aggressive or it's hard. Or no, it's open.
It's open.
It's like water. It glide over you, make you clean, and feed you, and take away the thirst, and make you grow and become a better person.
Yes.
Or feeling better.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
That's my idea of this thing. So this moment is incredible.
This is a beautiful moment. This is beautiful. I think it's time. But thank you so much, Phax.
I thank you, and thank you all of you to listen, to enjoy, and to share.
Yes.
I'm always available. If you find me anywhere, just knock and talk and exchange.
One day, I'm gonna say this, but there will be a day I will have Phax come to Los Angeles. I'm going to make it happen.
Definitely.
Just watching. But stay in touch.
Thank
Stay
you.
in touch. Yeah.
See you very soon.
See you soon.